Now, some people are wondering whether it's actually worth voting in the upcoming general election, particularly those people who live in what are referred to as safe seats. There are no safe seats. No seat is safe until the polls close on election day, whereupon all seats become safe until the next election day. But the minute the election is called, everything is in play. Now, it is true that probability would suggest that some seats are more likely to stay with the incumbent than others. But if we've learned nothing else in the last few years, it's that probability doesn't guarantee anything. And you have to bear in mind that when an MP gets, say, 25,000 votes at an election, he doesn't get that as the result of a single collective decision to give him 25,000 votes. He gets that as the result of 25,000 individual decisions to vote for him. And this, weirdly, is where safe seats are particularly vulnerable to change, because the whole notion of safe seats gives rise to complacency. Now, say your aforementioned MP with 25,000 votes last time has a majority of, say, 8,000 votes. And let's say that the weather's lousy on election day, which, let's face it, it probably will be on December the 12th. Now, let's say, purely hypothetically, that one of that MP supporters looks out the window and thinks, it looks grim out there, I don't think I can be bothered going to vote, and anyway, he doesn't need my vote. This is a safe seat. He's sure to get back in. Now, let's further imagine that a few hundred of his supporters make the same decision. Let's push it a little further and imagine that, say, 1 in 3 of his supporters make the same decision. That's his majority gone. There's another reason your vote counts, and it's this. One place where your vote will be counted is in the overall percentage. Now, we don't have a representative democracy, so the overall percentage isn't what determines who wins. But it will be quoted in years to come by pundits and commentators. And people will pay attention to that when they're deciding how to vote next time. Now, say, for example, the Greens actually come in at like 8 to 10% this time, which is by no means impossible. Then that means next time they might come in at 12 to 15%, because people will see that figure from last time and treat them as more legitimate contenders. Because maddeningly, some people think you only vote for the person who you think's gonna win, but that's a rant for another time. And the more glaring the imbalance between the percentage of votes that the small parties get and the number of seats they end up with, the more unanswerable the case for some kind of voter reform becomes, at which point we might get a representative democracy and then everybody's vote would count. Look, if you've decided not to vote, I'm not going to change your mind. But if the reason you've decided not to vote is you think your vote doesn't count, that's bollocks. This video was made possible by the supporters of my Patreon project, who help me make fun things while receiving great perks and rewards. If you enjoyed it, why not follow the link and join us?